In the bustling city of Brookdale, filled with honking cars and tall glass buildings, there stood an old piano store, barely noticeable among all the flashy boutiques and coffee shops. The shop belonged to a man named Mr. Grant, a quiet, elderly man who had been tuning and repairing pianos for over 40 years. Mr. Grant lived alone in a small flat above the shop. He had no family, no car, and barely made enough to get by. But he loved music, and every evening after closing the shop, he would sit down at one of the old pianos and play soft classical pieces that drifted out into the street. Not far from the piano shop, in a luxurious penthouse, lived a boy named Lucas Bell. Lucas was 16, son of a wealthy tech CEO, and had everything money could buy: the latest phone, designer clothes, and a grand piano in his room that he never played. Lucas hated piano lessons. He had been forced to learn since he was 5, but music never meant anything to him. It was just another thing his dad paid for. One day, Lucas was walking home from school, annoyed after a fight with his piano teacher. He wandered down a quieter street and paused when he heard music, soft, beautiful notes floating in the air. Curious, he followed the sound and found himself in front of Mr. Grant's piano store. The door was slightly open. Inside, the old man was playing a dusty upright piano, eyes closed, completely lost in the melody. Lucas stood there, frozen. For the first time, music actually made him feel something. He returned the next day, and the next. Eventually, Mr. Grant noticed him. "You like music?" he asked. Lucas hesitated. "I don't know. I think I'm just starting to." Mr. Grant smiled. "Come in then, sit." Lucas stepped inside, unsure. "Do you want to try?" Mr. Grant gestured to the piano. "I don't have my sheet music," Lucas said. "Good," Mr. Grant replied. "Forget the paper. Play what you feel." Lucas hesitated, then placed his fingers on the keys. What came out wasn't perfect, but it was honest. That day changed everything. Over the next few months, Lucas visited every evening. Mr. Grant never charged him. Instead, he taught him to listen not to the notes, but to the silence between them. He taught him that music wasn't about performance. It was about expression. Lucas started playing more at home, too, not for practice, but because he wanted to. His father, always busy in meetings, barely noticed. But his mother smiled every time she heard him play. One day, Lucas brought his dad to the shop. "I want you to meet someone," he said. His father looked around, unimpressed. "This place is falling apart." But Mr. Grant just smiled. "Sometimes beauty lives in broken places." Lucas's father didn't understand, but Lucas did. A few weeks later, Lucas came by the shop, but it was closed. For the first time in months, the lights were off. A note was taped to the door. "Closed due to health. Thank you, Mr. G." Worried, Lucas asked around. He found out Mr. Grant had been taken to a public hospital. He had no relatives, no visitors. Lucas rushed there. Mr. Grant was lying in a bed by the window, pale but smiling faintly when he saw him. "Ah, my student," he whispered. "I'm not just your student," Lucas said. "You're my friend." Mr. Grant chuckled weakly. "Then promise me something, friend. Keep playing, not to impress, just to feel." Lucas nodded, eyes wet. "I will." Mr. Grant passed away that winter. Lucas was devastated. The city moved on, but something in him had shifted. He stopped chasing popularity and applause. He started composing music of his own small, honest pieces. And then something unexpected happened. On Lucas's 18th birthday, he received a letter. It was from a lawyer. Mr. Grant had left the piano store to him. The shop was old, nearly falling apart, but Lucas didn't sell it. Instead, he renovated it not into a fancy studio, but into a community music space. He called it the Empty Chair, in memory of Mr. Grant and the little wooden chair by the piano where the old man used to sit and listen. Kids from all over the city came there. Rich, poor, shy, confident, it didn't matter. Everyone was welcome. Lucas taught them not from sheet music, but from feeling, just like Mr. Grant had taught him. True wealth isn't measured in money, it's measured in the lives we touch. Sometimes the poorest people leave the richest legacies.